So apart from the emergency go bag, meron tayong bug out bag. So this bag is, they call it a survival kit, where in case na you're in a whatever type of emergency, you could survive out there 2 to 3 days without worrying if you'll make it or not.
Nanguna ang Pilipinas sa may highest disaster risk sa isang 173 mga bansa dahil sa natural events at epekto ng climate change.
Nanguna ang Pilipinas sa buong mundo na pinakamadalas natamaan po ng kalamidad o yung most disaster prone. Ito ang lumabas sa 2025 World Risk Index Report batay sa 173 bansa.
So bug out bag, good for up to 3 days. First one.
Yun nga, yung water, no? Pinaka-importante yung water. Food, damit, tools, hygiene, documentation, communication, pang self-defense.
Isa-isa natin.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the host and guests and do not necessarily reflect those of the producers, network, or sponsors. Listener discretion is advised.
All right, so this is part 2 of disaster preparedness. And sa first part, we're going to put a link in the description for the first part if you haven't watched it. The first part, we were talking about the emergency go bag, yung pinaka-essential na kailangan i-prepare just in case may emergency. Now, in this session, the part 2, we're going to be talking about more of a bug out bag. Okay, this is for survival na up to 3 days at least, right? We're gonna try to put as much information here. Konting disclaimer lang, hindi kami professional preppers, but we're providing you with the fundamental knowledge when it comes to setting up a bug out bag just in case an emergency happens. Okay, so recap lang sa part 1 of the session. Okay, we talked about an emergency go bag, which has number 1, of course, in your go bag, backpack, you have water, you have food, you have your med kit, you have your meds if you have a pre-existing condition, you have cash, extra clothes, socks, blankets, and yeah, that's about it. Kung gusto yung dagdag dyan, then it's this session where we're going to talk about a bug out bag, where we're going to give you knowledge and basic information on what a bug out bag is and ano yung laman yan. Alright? So apart from the emergency go bag, meron tayong bug out bag. So this bag is a survival bag. They call it a survival kit, where in case na you're in a emergency, whatever type of emergency, you could survive out there in the outdoors 2 to 3 days without worrying if you'll make it or not. So remember, 2 to 3 days lang to. You could go as far as 1 week if you have the strength and if you have the space to add in. So this will always depend. We're going to be talking about individual first and how to deal with, let's say, a whole group as a family as well. So ano yung basic, Mclaine, mention mo yung mga basic na kailangan natin sa bug out bag natin.
Okay. Well, technically, hindi na siya parang basic eh. Kasi when you say bug out bag, ito na yung miniature of your whole self. Documentation, communication, damit, sa food, hygiene, pang self-defense, what else? Tools, especially yun nga, yung water, no? Pinaka-importante yung water. Possible na makalimutan mo yung iba, pero yung water talagang essential siya kasi even without food, I think a person can live how many days? 3, 5 days without water?
The longest record who survived medically in a study, the longest surviving, I think it was about 300 plus days, just living off water.
Oh.
But of course, under medical supervision. And this was in the 1800s or 80s, I can't remember. But you're right, a person can survive alone with water to up to maybe a week. This is, I'm not exaggerating. Totoo yan. You can survive up to a week just water. All right? I would rather have water instead of food itself. Yeah. And this is medically proven. This is medically proven. There's a lot of research and studies about this. But anyway, isa-isa natin. Okay. Remember, this is just addition to our emergency go bag. So if you want to know what are what's included in emergency go bag, please watch the first session. So this is second session. So bug out bag, good for up to 3 days. First one, water.
Water, yes.
Okay. Sabihin natin na ubos yung water, ano ba yung pwedeng alternative doon?
I think in other session, nabanggit ko to, no? Tinetrain ko yung family ko, especially yung mga bata, na na uminom sila ng mga tap water. Hindi sila nakadepende sa purified or distilled water. Kasi nowadays kasi ang tao, especially in the metro, no? So, ano na sila, mas preferred na nila yung mga distilled water, mga purified water kasi nga hindi na natin malaman kung safe yung nawasa natin. So kami, yung sa in-laws ko, sa parents ko, yung bahay ng parents ko, meron kaming homemade water filtration system. It has been there for 30 years. Yun pa rin siya. We just upgrade yung sands. Pero I just mentioned this, no, hindi ito kasama sa go bag nyo. So bag out nyo kasi talagang ano to, parang ito na yung water system namin even before na meron kaming nawasa, meron din kaming poso, deep well. Pinapadaan pa rin namin dito. So kahit na nawasa na yan, we put it in a container and then we run it through dun sa filtration system natin. But this filtration system, pwede mo siyang isama. Gagawa ka lang ng miniature katulad niya. What does it include? Sand, gravel, cloth, charcoal, and then importante yung charcoal, no? Ito yung nagtatanggal ng amoy, yung kung ano yung kumbalansa. So kasama siya. And then pwede mo siyang ilagay sa pwede ka mag-experiment, no? Doon sa isang 1.5 liter na bottle. Butasan mo yung ilalim, lagyan mo ng cloth, malinis na cloth, put a sand, and then gravel, and then charcoal, and then another gravel. Leave a space para pwedeng mag-contain ng water. So yun po pwede na siya. Pero make sure yung sand na ilalagay mo, you wash it thoroughly. Kami, nung nag-create ako nun, I think 10-15 times ko siyang nilinis, hand wash talaga. Tapos pinadaanan ko siya ng sabon. Bakit sabon? At least kahit paano sa unang beses kasi yung mga ibang chemicals na nandun, ma-wash out lang siya. And then 10 to 15 kung kaya mo pa. And then we clean it every 3 months. Pero minsan nakakalimutan na namin. Twice a year na lang na mag-cleanest. Pero it doesn't, hindi siya nagbabago. And may mga bisita kami, akala nila, sarap ng parang lasang buko juice daw yung tubig namin. Kami, we do not notice kasi parang nasanay na yun, kailangan nating masanay, no? Kailangan masanay yung katawan natin. So, kaya ako nabanggit yung water filtration system na meron kami sa bahay. Yung mga anak ko, we tried na painumin sila ng filtrated water or dumaan doon sa water filtration system namin. And then kahit tap water. Every now and then. So, nag-alternate. Tinitingnan ko kung nagkakaroon ng reaction. Minsan hindi ko sinasabi doon sa wife ko na yung water na pinapainom ko is yung galing lang sa tap water na hindi dumaan sa And then pinagmamasalan ko siya kung magkakaroon ba ng reaction sa katawan niya, sasakit ba yung sikmura niya. And then nung hindi naman, ayun, every time na pinagpapalit-palit ko siya. Although naka pa rin kami, purified water pa rin yung iniinom namin. And then, ito, yun nga, yung kasama natin dun sa bag out bag. Meron na siyang, kung kaya nyo mag-create, much better. Pero meron na siyang mga nabibili. I think the brand is Sawyer. Sawyer, baka, baka naman. Ano lang siya, I think,
Mga magkano pa kaya yun? Kasi syempre,
Medyo mahal to, nasa 4,000. Pero itong maliit na filtration equipment, at least 1,000 liters or more, I think.
kaya niya
Kaya
i-filter.
niya, before mo siya palitan. So, 1,000 liters,
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Parang pang ilang buwan mo na yun, di ba?
So just in case wala kang mahanap na, let's say, unabusan ka ng tubig, nakahanap ka ng creek or river, or, di ba, you could
Yes.
filter it, right?
I think meron ako na napanood, no? If meron kang makita na hayop, or especially the horse, na umiinom doon sa lake o sa bati, sa
Ibig
ilog,
sabihin malinis.
malinis siya.
Ang hirap ang hanap ng
Yun lang.
horse.
So, no, is there
Well,
a
horse around here?
Hindi siya yata malinis
Si
kasi walang
Pony,
mo.
hirap. Yeah. Pero mahal yun yung Sawyer, yung alternatives. Kasi, syempre, for the average Filipino, hindi kaya ng 4,000, di ba? Ani niya yun, di ba? Pero tama, kung makikita ka ng hayop na umiinom in a certain river, ibig sabihin malinis.
Yes.
Right? Pero not all of the time. But I think what's the best, di ba meron mga ibang alternatives? Ano pa yung makakabili sa online shops for water filtration?
I think kung hindi ka naman makakabili sa ng filtration system, yun nga, mag-create ka na lang, no? Kasi available naman ng sand, gravel,
Charcoal and cloth naman.
Yan.
Yung sand, kumuha kayo sa Dolomite.
Any sand would do. Pero lately kasi yung mga sand kasi minsan yung mga poops ng mga ibang hayop. If you are not familiar kung paano i-identify kung ito malinis o hindi. Pero kung ngayon pa lang, kung meron kayong mapupunta na bodies of water like ilog, doon ka kumuha ng gravel.
In the metro, ang hirap maghanap ng
Yes.
but
Pero kung mapupunta kayo, kunwari, nagbakasyon kayo outside, kumuha ka lang ng isang one bucket, iuwi mo sa bahay, and then
ako, I believe when anything in provincial outside the metro, I would go to the province just to survive. Any of the preppers out there, can you recommend in the comment section on what kind of kits? Naalala ko kasi may mga tablets where you could put it in a bag of water.
Aquatabs.
Aquatabs,
Yes,
yan yung instant na nililinis niya yung tubig. Diba? I mean, if water is scarce in your area, diba? I think those are, magkano yung mga tablets na yun?
I think nasa 15 pesos each.
15. There you go, di ba? Kung meron kayong bottles, di ba, that you need to filter, just one tablet, itataob mo ba yun? Parang imi-mix mo yan?
Oo, basta kahit hindi mo siya itaob, basta lagay mo lang siya, let it sit for how many minutes or so, before mag-intake.
Tapos pag na-clear na siya, no? Tanggalin mo lang yung dulo niya. Yun. So those are those kind of tablets na nakita ko. So if you're a prepper and you have other suggestions, please comment it in the comment section and then add links to like the online shop where they could buy this. Like those tablets, 15 pesos or even more, but it helps.
You can check on online store like Shopee, Lazada. Ito, may nakita ko for as low as 88 pesos. Meron siyang parang Tetra Pak na bottle. Na and then meron siyang yun nga, katulad siya ng Sawyer na you could directly drink, gagamitin mo siya, parang siya yung straw.
Pero magkano yan?
88 to 300 pesos, depende siya sa brand or model. It's 243. Yung siyang parang gawin mo lang siyang straw, padadaanin mo siya yung tubig doon. So bodies of water, you just dip yung dulo ng and then you drink it directly.
Gosh.
So pwede na siya. Medyo
scary lang
scary,
kasi parang instant
pero yun nga, katulad na banggit ko kanina, kami sa family namin, we try our na maging aware yung katawan namin sa magiging ibang environment just in case.
Para at least, parang vaccines, no? Para masanay yung
maging
chan mo, immune sa
Pero I guess, dapat lahat. Kasi, pag masyado tayo nasanay sa isang bagay na nakalakihan natin, nagiging stranger tayo doon sa biglang paglipat mo ng, kunwari, yun nga.
Ibang environment, ibang kinakaya.
Yes, mahirapan ka. Especially yung mga no, pag nagpunta ka na sa isang lugar, pansin mo ikaw yung laging kinakagat ng mosquito.
Yes,
Sila hindi. Kasi immune na sila para pwede sabihin ng mosquito, ay sawa na kami diyan, wala na. Ito
So
bago to.
naman.
Yes, di ba? Bago.
Yeah. So water is very important. You could find a lot of filtration systems out there. Meron yung premium, meron yung mura lang, right? Meron yung mga DIY katulad ginagawa ni Mclaine and his family, right? And like I said, any preppers out there, please comment your suggestions. That would help us a lot. We're only giving out the fundamentals, what we could find as an average Filipino. Okay, so okay na tayo sa water. Okay, the more that I think, if you have an actual, at least have storage for water, a bigger storage than 4 bottles of 330 ml.
Actually, according dito sa mga pinopost na mga mga preppers, at least 3 liters per bag out bag.
And that means 3 liters per person.
Yes.
Ration na lang. Diba? Wag yung isang
yes,
ration na lang your water intake. Just make sure you're well hydrated. But of course, we all know no matter how much water you drink, sometimes you're still dehydrated. Bakit kamo? People, dietitians, doctors, they recommend 8 glasses of water per day or 8 liters or whatever, how many liters. But the thing is, sometimes when you do your lab tests, ang kita nila dun sa blood mo, based on your blood work, dehydrated ka pa din. So why are you dehydrated? One thing about drinking water walang sustansya. It's just water, right? In order for you to be hydrated properly, you need certain salts. Not iodized salt, but certain rock salts.
Rock salts, yes.
Right? Kasi yan yung may electrolytes. Electrolytes are very important. Yan yung, actually, electrolytes, di ba, ano yung pinakasikat ngayon na bibili in the store? Yung blue.
Pocari Sweat.
Pocari Sweat. Yeah. Although yung Pocari Sweat, full of sugar yan. Pero a lot of athletes, a lot of people who are active, they drink that, right? Kasi it has magnesium, it has potassium, it has sodium, good amount. And those are electrolytes that will hydrate you. So kahit konti lang yung intake mo ng tubig, pag meron kang electrolytes, you're well hydrated. Compared sa tubig na walang electrolytes. So nabibili yan, I did my research. You could buy those in Lazada and Shopee. You could find, I think, meron isa Element ang pangalan, meron din Pocari Sweat na sachet lang. Parang ang 10 sachet, 200. So parang ang pumapatak 20 pesos isa. That's good to have in your bug-out bag. Kasi kahit konti inumin mo, sabihin natin 3 liters, which is what you could carry, just add that, okay na siya. Alright? If there's also other alternatives, I did research kasi meron kaming yung water iniinom namin, talagang hinaluan namin kung ano-ano. We tried 2 types of rock salts. Pink Himalayan salt, which we bought a whole package, 99 pesos lang. We bought it in Landmark, 99 pesos. Okay. Alright? And then, we also bought another one kasi we were testing which is better. The other rock salt naman is Celtic sea salt. Yung Celtic sea salt is also good, usually blue in package or black or white. So what's the difference between both? Okay, kasi they both have electrolytes. One is more on potassium based, Himalayan salt. Yung Celtic salt is more on magnesium. But they have the same elements, but this one is more magnesium, which is what's required for us. So either those, it's good, but personally, I would prefer the Celtic salt, which nabibili naman sa grocery. You could find everything in the grocery these days. Shopee, Lazada, mura lang. Makakita mo from 1 bag, 50 pesos, di ba? You get well hydrated na. Tapos, pinch.
Pinch, okay.
Huwag ka ng pinch, 1 jug, okay na. Diba? If you want to add more. Pero not too much, yung sakto lang. Diba? You don't want too much in your system, right? Yung sakto lang. So, that's one good to hydrate. So remember, it's not just water. It's what you need electrolytes as well to be properly hydrated. Okay, are we done with water? Done.
Yes.
Okay. Next thing on our list, let's talk about food. Edible things. Okay. Nung sinabi natin una, chips, gummy bears, and all that. Right now, okay, what do you think we should add as food?
Anything siguro with high calories. Tapos, well, even sa, sa mga military, mga natin, chocolates ang inano nila eh. Power bar. Merong mga nabibili power bar eh.
Pero mahal.
Yes, mahal siya. Pero at least isang kagat mo, parang hours na yung yung magsusustain ng energy.
Siguro pwede yan for if you're gonna start moving to a different location.
Yeah.
Pero yung tipong halimbawa na the kids need to eat, ano kayang pwede? Apart from the canned foods, kasi we know canned foods, very portable, sardines, century tuna, any type of tuna, chips, biscuits, and everything. What else can we add that's hyper? Hindi kasi uso to dito sa Pinas eh. Pero sa US, beef jerky.
Okay.
High in protein. It's not nutritious, pero it's dried out. Para siyang jelly. Kakainin mo lang kasi it's para siyang protein. Siya mura lang siya. Hindi siya uso dito sa Pinas, pero nabibili siya. Meron mga nung susupply ng beef jerky. Tapos naka-plastic lang siya. Parang isang gano'n lang. On the way, kain ka. It's good. It's good for survival, right? That's one, beef jerky. Tapos, any food pack, kasi gamit lang to ng militaries, MRE, meals ready to eat, right? Usually ganito sila kakapal, right? And it's more parang astronaut yung texture pang astronaut, di ba? Kasi kakainin mo lang ganon. Hindi siya ganon kasustansya, pero it has enough for you, the basic needs like protein, carbs, and I think konting sugar, just for us to survive. So I think that's, alam ko nabibili siya, may mga nakita ko online, nasa 100 plus per pack. 100 plus, more or less. So depende sa brand, depende sa, may mga choices doon. But at least meron kang, for yourself, kasi if you're gonna eat 3 times a day, at least buy 9 to 10 packs. Diba? Lagyan mo sa bag, at least yun pa lang, okay na. And then, add on whatever, yung power bar na chocolates, syempre, ayaw lang natin na chocolates and sugar. Anything like dark cocoa chocolate.
Dark chocolate must be much
dark chocolate better. Syempre, mga bata ayaw nila. Pero in case of this, it has full of iron. It has a lot of properties that's good for the, So, ayaw natin yung mga sneakers. Pero kung yan yung gusto mo, then go ahead, di ba? Pero for survival, I think, get at least yung mga masustansya. So, in terms of food, something that ready to eat is important. Bala na kayo kung anong gusto niyo.
And dapat, kahit ngayon pa lang, buy 1 or 2 every now and then. Tapos, huwag nilang isipin kung mag-expired kasi yung MRE is really designed for long period of storage.
Yeah, long shelf life.
Yeah,
Ngayon, kung hilig niyo yung mga nakuha niyo sa grocery, month by month, let's say ito, yung bag-out bag, may items, di ba? The next month pa na grocery, kainin mo na lang yun. Tapos, palitan mo ng bago para hindi siya
magkaroon ng cycle yung
food first in, first out, right? So, ganun siya. In terms of food, there's so many choices out there. What's really important is that it's ready to eat, it's portable, it's nutritious. Diba? So in case you're out there for 3 days, yan kakainin mo.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But remember, water is more important. Without food, you could still survive. Yes, medyo manghihina ka in the first day, but in the second day, you'll feel much better even without food. Okay, so okay na tayo water, okay na tayo food. Next, yung first aid kit natin, we did mention yung essential medical bag or go bag, and then yung med kit. Ganyan kaliit. I think it's still the same. Kung gusto mo laki yan, just make sure you have like the essentials like your gauze, your scissors, your band-aids, your betadine, your alcohol, anything that you could add to your latex gloves, your what else? Kung kaya mo kasi medyo for stitching, di ba? Stitching,
Yes,
yung medical threads, right?
Threaded needles.
Yeah, put as much as you can kasi pag nasugatan ka, first thing is you need to clean that off. Kailangan natin iwasan yung infection.
Yes.
The number one thing that people die of in disaster is usually infections.
So always boils down din ito sa kailangan aside dun sa first aid kit mo na pang-emergency, always make time na pag-aralan mo kung ano yung health nung sa family mo.
Yes.
Kasi mamaya yung binili mong first aid kit, again, coming from the word itself, first aid kit, pang-unang lunas.
Yes.
Pero yung kasama mo sa family mo, na mas kailangan ng medical attention, dapat doon ka magfo-focus kung ano po yung kailangan niya, mas kailangan nila ng ganito. So, yun yung mga idadagdag mo.
Yeah, so hindi dapat yung sa'yo lang. Yung kung ano, for example, may problem sa puso, kung ano yung mga maintenance nun, dapat make sure na kumpleto kayo.
Lalo ng mga parents natin, no? So, aware tayo sa katawan natin. Sila, since matanda na sila, hindi na nila maisip na ito unahin ko. So, we need to take initiative na, ito yung para sa parents ko, asikasuhin mo na. Ito yung para sa kanila. Ito yung para dun sa bag out bag nila na ilalagay mo. Hindi yung, kung ano yung ginawa mo sa sarili mo, hindi yung para sa kanila. So, it's really a separate, first aid kit para sa kanila. It's better na magkaroon ng standard. Yun nga, like yung nabibili mo sa online na pwede ka it's ready na, no? Hindi mo na isipin kung ano yung, ma-upgrade ka na lang based on dun sa needs.
I-tailor fit mo na lang sa needs ng families mo. So that's a good idea kasi syempre like you said, first aid, the first response to dealing with a trauma, right? Pero if you're trying to survive 2 to 3 days or even 1 week, dapat naka-tailor fit yung kit mo, yung meds mo to your family members or to yourself. So yung maintenance and all that. One thing that I forgot to mention in the first session is that dun sa emergency go bag, importante yung meron mga ziplocs or kahit may mga bags na waterproof. Kasi halimbawa baha or nabasa na ulan, di ba? Mapasa yung med kit mo, wala na, hindi mo na magamit. Di ba? Madumi na and all that. And plus yung gamot, pag nabasa, wala na. Right? So kailangan make sure you wrap it in ziplocs, yung mga gamot, naka-ziplock lahat. Tapos yung bag mo, meron kang certain like waterproof. So kahit kailangan mo mag-swimming, di ba? Sa river or whatever, kailangan tumawid, hindi siya papasokan ng tubig. So importante yan. Right? So make sure you have a waterproof additional extra bag to put in your med kits, your medicines, para well protected siya from the elements. Yeah. So apart from there, always add extra, alam mo yung the usual painkillers, pangsakit ng ulo, like yung mga medical, mga Advil, anything like that. Diatabs, right? Just in case kasi hindi sanay yung tiyan mo sa tubig.
By the way, regarding diatabs, meron siyang alternative. Charcoal. Which is, charcoal talaga naman yung diatabs. So, akala nila, there is something special about diatabs. So, hindi siya, charcoal lang siya. Ito kasama to dun sa water, namin na ginawa sa bahay, There is, meron kami kakilala na elderly from Tugigaraw. Tinuruan niya kami kung paano mag-create ng alkaline water. Alkaline water out of coconut shell.
Okay.
So, this is what you do. Ito, hindi nyo na kailangan isama sa bag out bag, pero kung kaya nyong gawin na ito para dun sa pang daily intake nyo, pwede na. Coconut shell, patutuyuin mo siya under the sun, siguro at least a day or 2, and then susunugin mo siya. Susunugin mo siya to the fact na hindi siya yung tipong masusunog na abong-abo. Masusunog lang siya na magdadry lang siya na para mag-form as a charcoal. And then after nun, yung pinagsunog, yung medyo sunog na siya, lalagay mo na siya doon sa water na iinumin mo. So you need to let it sit there for about 4 to 8 hours minimum. And then yun na, yung water na yun na iinumin mo. At first, parang, lasang sunog, lasang Pero once na na yung katawan mo, nag-adjust na siya, mapapansin mo, less na yung pag-LBM mo. ito, good for to sa mga yung laging nag-LBM, no? Yung alkaline water. Especially this, yung homemade. Pangit siyang tignan kasi yung mancha nung charcoal, medyo itim yung tubig, parang madumi siyang tignan. Pero yun yung parang andun yung
Properties of
yung
life.
properties na hindi lang sa LBM, no. Yun nga, nabanggit mo kanina, kailangan natin ma-energize yung katawan natin, yung kasabi mo gamit yung salt. Ito naman gamit naman yung using alkaline water. Kasi ang mahal ng alkaline water ngayon eh.
Yes,
If you notice, kung bibili ka sa kahit sa mga sa mga water refilling station, meron silang tinitinang alkaline water twice or thrice yata, or even 4 times the price ng regular water.
Not to worry, kasi hindi mo na kailangan maghanap ng buko. Sunugin. Yan yung if you have time and to do DIY, that's great practice. Alam ko, may nabibili na charcoal capsules.
Yes.
Yan. Katulad sinabi yung Mclaine, hindi lang pang LBM yan. But it's very effective. These charcoal capsules, in case na food poison ka, or may nakain ka, or may na-ingest ka, na poison, your body didn't accept it. Drink it. It absorbs poison. Charcoal absorbs poison, and then you poop it out.
Okay.
That's how it works. So that's one property that people are not aware of. The general public is not aware. I don't know kinakain mo charcoal. Iba nga, di ba, sabi sa toothbrush yung charcoal. Totoo yan kasi it absorbs the plaque and all that. So that's a property of charcoal. The main function is it absorbs. So dahil sa LBM, kung loose bowel, kasi ina-absorb niya yung foreign objects dun sa tiyan mo. Kaya it's very beneficial. Nabibili siya I saw in online shops, Lazada, Shopee, TikTok. Pero mga capsules, just make sure you find the right Make sure you find huwag kayong bili ng capsule. Also, if you have a pre-existing condition, consult your doctor first. Okay? But in case of emergency, in case na wala na, di ba? It's good to have, just in case. Right? So, yan. Have that in your med kit, in your maintenance kit for your families. Ziplock them. Make sure hindi papasukin ng tubig. Buy a waterproof cover or bag na maliit. Mura lang. Diba? It's very cheap. Make sure it's tightened up. And kung kaya, for your whole bug-out pack as well. Diba? Just for extra safety. So, okay na tayo sa first aid kits, medicines and all that. Okay, siguro ito na yung mga ibang items nito, alright? Think of it, ibabanggit na, think of it as camping equipment na to, right? After meds, ito, expert ka, ano yung kailangan natin? We need something for communications, okay? Mura lang tong communications. We had a podcast about this previously, di ba? Ham radios or portable radios, you can say, yun yung ginagamit ng mga security guards, yung mga any types of police and all that. But syempre dito, we're talking about consumer types of radios. So, nabibili to sa Lazada and Shopee. Pagkano yung pinakamura nakakabili?
As far as low as 300 pesos.
Isa. So, if you buy 2 or 4, meron 4 for 1,000 ata, di ba?
Mga promo sila eh.
Keep one for each of your family, diba? Mother, your mother, father, your sister, brother, whatever. Buy one for each kasi at the moment na may disaster, minsan yung what do you call those yung towers, yung mga cell sites. Wala tayong diba? That one short range, you can communicate with your family, diba? Just in case na may walay kayo, you could talk to each other. One thing I want to add there, it's not for communications, but it's a very vital part in case na something goes wrong, na hiwalay kayo sa isa and you're looking for each other. Whistle. Recommended by Red Cross pa. Whistle. Remember, earthquakes, natrap ka. Diba? You can't shout all the time, but if you could whistle, someone will eventually find you kasi they could hear a whistle, right? Magkano yung whistle? Magkano sa Lazada? What's that? 10 pesos?
Yes.
Pero wag naman yung yung medyo makapal konti, right? Yung medyo mahal konti. You could just have it as a necklace just in case. Lalo sa mga bata.
Yes.
Lagay nyo sa mga bata, right? Anak nyo, toddlers, teenagers, para mag-whistle. Mga elders, whistle. They could whistle, they can't shout. Hindi nila kaya, they can't shout for hours, but they could whistle for hours. Right? So, whistles. So, ham radios, whistles. Ano next kailangan natin?
Kasama na rin to sa communication, no? Yung power source natin. Everything is portable naman na.
Yes,
so we have our power banks, tapos bili kayo ng mga solar panel na foldable, yung maliliit lang. For as low as 500 pesos meron. Hindi to kaya mag-power ng all throughout, pero at least you have something na power na makukuhanan mo.
Power your phone,
source, yes,
power your radios. Hindi to kaya ng aircon microwave. This is temporary. You could power certain things for a few hours. So kung maulan, you can use the solar, but it helps kung may araw na you can use it. Ngayon, sa mga may budget naman, di ba? Kung kaya nyo bumili ng Starlink na yung maliit na Starlink,
yes,
good for you kung may budget kayo. Kung wala, then find the ones in the online stores where you could find. Huwag kayo bumili ng yung power bank na sinasabi na parang 50,000.
Yes.
What do you call it? 50,000. What do you call it? Milliamperes. Tapos, pag kinabit po, 30 minutes, drain na. Make sure you check your source. Di ba? Huwag kang bili ng mga China-made. Yung mga kilalang brand, okay yan. Right? Kasi kilala sila and at least pag may sira, pwede nyo ibalik. So, invest something in a good power bank. What's a good power bank? Anchor. Very good.
If ako suggestion ko, kung hindi mo kayang bumili ng mga high-end na power bank, pwede ka, ngayon kasi may nabibili na na power bank case. Okay. And then you just buy yung battery. So, for sure naman, yung battery na bibilin mo, original, meron ng power bank case na it can hold 5, 10, 20 at the same time. Ready na siya. I-insert mo na lang. Para lang din talaga siyang battery holder, pero power bank na siya. The more battery you put, the higher the ampere, working ampere hour. So, mas tatagal siya.
So, depende sa personal preference. Kung gusto mo maraming isang katotong battery, diba? Yun. Pero kung gusto mo, if you think about it, ganun din gagastos mo. Hindi bumili ka ng branded, diba?
Siguro kasi ako, na-try ko na, bumili ako ng branded.
Okay.
Sabi ko, bakit parang ilang weeks lang or ilang months lang, na. So, what I did is, binuksan ko. Sabi ko, kasi total, na siya lagi siyang depleted So, binuksan ko. Original siya, magtingin ko sa battery, merong 4 cells. Yung dalawa, original, yung dalawa, sand. Battery siya, na naka-connect din siya. Pero sabi ko, nung tinanggal ko na, kasi nga papalitan ko ng medyo magandang klase or yung mga spare batteries ko. Pagbukas ko, bakit magkakaiba yung timbang? Yung dalawang original, mabigat. Yung dalawa, magaang. Parang hollow, pero may laman. Kinuha ko, tinester ko siya. Wala siyang power output. Sabi ko, weird. Sabi ko, kaka-charge ko lang nito And then, nung binuksan ko, sabi ko, it's time to sacrifice na. Sabi ko, hindi man na siya gumagana. Pagbukas kong ganun, buhangin. Buhangin siya, sabi ko, mukhang pag bumili ako ng maraming ganito, meron na akong white sand sa bahay.
Pwede pang filtration system mo.
Pwede mo.
Mabanggitin pa natin yung brand, It starts with the letter.
No,
It starts with the letter.
Pero, yun ang na-notice ko, And then, meron din kasi yung mga dinadala sa akin na pinapacheck yung battery. So, sabi ko, bubuksan ko to. Sabi ko, I need to see kung ano yung laman. Yun nga, isa lang ang battery na gumagana, the rest is buhangin. Kaya pala, parang isang cellphone lang, o hindi pa naka-full charge ng cellphone, low bat na. Chinarge mo ng 3 hours, wala pang 30 minutes, low bat na. So, hindi siya...
What's the first letter of this brand?
Hindi, actually, na-try ko maraming brand. Iba-ibang brand.
Okay.
Isa na doon yung, meron kasing Romos na, binanggit ko na, may Romos na urig na mabigat, pero mabigat lang siya kasi meron siyang nakasamang padded na parang metal sheet.
That's why kasi mabigat. Yeah.
So, yun. So, maraming scam. So, iwas talaga kayo. Pero, kung mag-google kayo kung paano mag-create ng mga, pwede kayo mag-DIY. Yun nga sabi ko nga, yung battery bank lang, battery case. Just insert.
That's a lot of batteries if you're gonna buy it. So, personal preference. Na ngayon, mga ibang brands, kasi meron di ba yung mga portable station ngayon?
Oo, yan.
Yung malalaki, right? Although pricey, may 5,000, 20,000. Ngayon, for the average Filipino, I think, affordable na yung Anchor. Ang dami ko nakikita. Although medyo kasi may power bank Anchor. Last ko nabili ko, 2,500 or 5,000. Okay naman siya. Pero yung mga ibang China brand and iba-iba, just take care. But if you're gonna use it just for 2 to 3 days, okay na yung kesa wala, right? So that's one.
Pero just make sure na you have a power source ng pa-recharge. Yun nga, yung solar panel nyo. May mga foldable solar panel na for as low as 500 pesos to, depende na kung ano yung kailangan mo.
Yeah, tsaka batteries also, yung mga AAA,
Yes.
AA, kung depending on what you
And
need.
meron palang merong mga power bank na merong hand crank.
Yun, hand crank is very
Yan, mas okay yan kasi kung nandun ka na sa bag out location o nandun ka na sa pinuntahan mo, kung wala ka namang ginagawa, just hand crank mo lang yung power station mo, something to power on, okay na yun.
Okay, so any of you preferers have other recommendations other than power banks, batteries, and energy stations? Just please comment it in the comment section. All right. So okay na tayo sa power source. Ano next? Okay, ito. Tools, multipurpose tools. Yan. Ang dami yan. Ang dami yan sa why do we need tools? Okay, so what do we need tools for? Sige nga, ikaw, give me like real life application. Ano magagamit natin multi-tool? Yung multi-tool, yung parang
pocket knife.
Parang pocket knife, but
Swiss knife.
more Swiss knife of tools, di ba? Merong may hammer, may blade, may ano pa meron, may screwdriver, di ba? Iba-ibang sizes, and then may flies, di ba?
Yes.
And then ang dami. So, meron multi-tool up to like 50 tools or whatever. So, depending on your preference, pero if you think you're in a location like the jungle, siyempre, iba yung may knife na di ba? Yung kasama knife. Pero let's say in the metro, any type of multi-tool would help kasi at the times that you need it, yan. Iba-iba. Meron ka 250, may 1,000, depending on the brand, right? But any tool would do. I think these are from, let's say, kotse, right? Nakalock yung kotse, tapos may tao sa loob. You could use it as a hammer, di ba? Or something that you need to unscrew, di ba? Let's say, whatever that you need to unscrew. Or let's say you could use it also for food. May kutsilyo din siya, di ba?
Yes.
Yun. So, it's good to have merong ganyan kaliit, pocket talaga, pang pocket size. Yan. What else can we use the tools for? Ano pang other tools that we could
Based on meron kasi ako nakita sa Google, you could include sa tools mo as duct tape, fixed blades,
okay.
Multi-tools, yun nga yung
multi-tool,
headlamp or flashlight. Yan.
Yung kinakabit dito. So, pag madilim, at least, okay din yung flashlight kasi maliwanag. Yun lang, if you need to be hands-free, meron na bibili nga, mura lang.
Headband na, may
LED pa, di ba?
Yes.
So, anywhere you look, right?
Meron pa siyang may motion. Ngayon, meron pang hand gesture, motion on and off. Pwede mo siyang kaganda sa mga ito, hindi katulad dati na everything is powered by AA battery. So, pag wala ka ng AA, wala. Ito,
may sariling battery, rechargeable. Especially yung headlamp na LED. Okay sa mga bata kasi if you're traveling and it's dark, di ba? It will last. It will last talaga kasi ang tipid ng LED, right? So, it will last. You put it on your kids, to the elders, and they could see properly in the dark. So, okay siya. Yun, ano yung nabanggit mo? Yung iba nga, nabanggit yung face mask. Hindi yung hindi yung face mask na pero yung iba daw, meron just a specific face mask na parang kino-cover lahat to kasi if, let's say, there's a storm, windy siya, yung mga debris tumatama. Additional lang yan. You don't need it. Pero additional kasi, syempre, halimbawa, maulan, tapos bumabagyo, tapos, syempre, lahat, ang daming lumilipad, di ba? It protects the face. Napipili din sila sa, I thought, 120 or 80 pesos, depending on the brand. It covers basically, parang siyang ski mask. Yung buo. Nakaano lang yung, may butas lang sa mata and then sa ilong. Pero flat siya. Hindi siya makapal. Yan, those are the times daw, if you need it, it's good to have, but you don't really need it. But if, in case na ganun, at least meron ka.
Or baka meron kayong face shield nung during pandemic. That would actually help, no? Kahit paano to block yung... medyo lang siya.
Mainit lang siya. Yan ang problem, di ba? Yun. Nabanggit natin in meds yung mga face mask kasi kung maalikabok, di ba? You need that. Ngayon, if you have budget, yung mga... Well, OA na to, but you never know. May chemical attacks, di ba? Or may mga fumes of gases. Gas mask.
Gas mask, yes.
Right. May nakita kong on the online shops na mura talaga. That's if you have the budget for it. And if kasya pa, right?
Meron ako nakita nag-DIY siya ng face mask, ng gas mask. You know the scuba diving mask, yung buong mukha. Tapos nandito yung... Ang ginawa niya, bumili siya nung filter ng high-end, yung 3M filter na kinabit niya doon. I-duct tape niya, sabi niya, okay na to kaysa wala.
Yeah.
Kasi when it comes, at least yun, kahit paano. At saka cover yung any debris, mas
parang 2-in-1 na yun.
Yeah, 2-in-1. Tapos pag gusto mong snorkeling na, it's
ready na. Alien lang.
Yes.
Duct tape is good. Duct tape, mura lang yung duct tape and it serves you very well. Ang sabi daw nila iba, as for tools or part of your tools, rope.
Yes.
Diba? Rope is very good.
At least 200 feet of paracord. Or any rope would actually do. Pero,
pati yung nylon rope, pwede, diba? Very portable. Pero syempre, if you have the budget, yung mas malaking rope, mas makapal, I don't know what you call, yung mga nag-hiking, climbing, and all that.
Paracord na yun.
Paracord, yeah. So those are quite pricey. Pero yung nylon cord alone is good. Mura lang siya. You could keep it. Kung gusto yung mag-set up ng tent,
yes.
Diba? Yun. So, tarp daw, just in case for protection, you could set up a tent or it's easy. Yung tarp naman, na-fold naman.
Yes.
You could roll, you could tie it under your bug-out bag sa ilalim. Of course, yung okay. I don't know, mura lang to, compass. Right? You never know, kailangan mo. If you don't know, we're in the metro, people even still don't know where northeast, northwest, they don't know, di ba? Sabi, saan po yung papuntang north? Alam niyo yung SM North? Doon. Ano yung papuntang south? Ano yung SM South Mall? Doon. Saan yung east and west, di ba? East, papuntang Rizal, di ba? We're in the metro, people still don't know. So, you have a compass, it will help you a lot. Oh, do we need to go north? Di ba? You never know. Baka may foreigner dito, di ba? Or maybe you're not aware kasi we have a lot of friends and families na hindi talaga sa direction. Diba? Hindi katulad tayo, mga nag-drive tayo, nagko-compute tayo, we know our way, right? So, compass, if needed, it's good. Pero kung maliliit lang.
Yeah.
Pwede nga, I saw a compass na pwede mo siya bilhin, kakabit mo lang dito. Oh, easy. Diba? Hindi siya, hindi mo mapansin, maliit na compass lang siya. Hygiene kits. Yan. Soap. Very, very, very useful. Soap, you really need soap for hygiene, right? Any type of soap is good. Iba, safeguard, yung iba, whatever soap, di ba? Papaya
soap. Pero ang sinasuggest nila dyan sa soap na yan, para makatipid, kuha ka ng yung pang slicer.
Ayun, tama.
Para pag mag-wash ka na, kuha ka lang ng isang part. Kasi pag ang tendency kasi ng sabon, pag nilagay mo sa lalagyan, nalulusaw. Kunwari, dun sa plastic bag niya, pag nandun lang siya, pag laging stay nabasa, yun nga, natutunaw, nadi-deform.
So, pwede mo siya hatiin into
pwede. Yung baka,
para use, one use.
One use lang.
Yeah.
Pwede mo i-chop ng, depende, or by brick.
By little cubes, para isang gamit lang, tapon na, okay na, di ba? Meron ka pa. Yeah. So that's good with soap. Anong tawag doon? Fire starters?
Yes.
In case that's very good.
Importante yan. Kasi, if pag masyado ka nakadependent sa match, pag nabasa yung match,
Wala na.
Pag yung lighter, naubos yung fluid, wala na.
na. And delikado pa yung may fluid.
Yes.
So, find some dry leaves paper.
Fire
Pwede yun.
starter, 100 pesos lang yun. Or
Meron nga
less,
80 pesos nakikita
Yes,
ko, di ba? Yan, ano mo lang. Map. Siyempre, hindi ka gani ang Google Maps. Meron pa din nabibili maps. Right? But, what I did, kasi yung mga na-print na, it's rare na. Usually sa mga tourists lang yung maps, di ba? Nag-print ako ng section by section of the city on Google Maps. Okay? Yung tipong kita pa yung mga establishments. So, I have different versions of the maps. Tapos, bumili ako ng laminating device. Nilaminate ko each area.
Oh, nice.
Para at least waterproof siya. You could fold it. Di ba? And then, just parang dry laminate. Di ba? Or cold or hot laminate. Doesn't matter. You fold it, yung maps of your city, your area, or the place you're going to. At least, meron kang map na satellite tapos meron kang map, makikita mo yung establishments, ano meron doon, and then you have a version of your map that you could fold. So, why are maps important? Kasi, di ba, if you're not good in directions, diba, at least you know where to go. The nearest, let's say, ito yung evacuation center, punta kayo dito, di ba? At least you could follow that, di ba? And make sure, it's also a skill to know what are, what do you call those? Latitude and, what do you call those? Coordinates. Yeah.
Coordinates.
Maganda kami. So, mahaba yung tong session. Yeah. Learn the skill of knowing how to read coordinates, east, west, north, south. So physical map. Okay, we said this in our first, cash is king usually in emergencies. It's good to have. If you could have additional, like, I would put at least 10,000 in my pocket, 10,000 pesos, which is good. In denominations of 100s and 50s. So at least you could, in case you need it, you could buy stuff. Right? Huwag kayong ng bigger bills. Walang barya. Bilhin ko na yung 500, 1,000. But the more you could add, the better if you have space. What else?
Oh, by the way, regarding dyan sa cash, sabi ng mga ibang prepper na napapanood ko, always have in hand, meron ka. Tapos doon sa pupuntahan mo, every location dapat meron ka naka-stash na at least some cash para just in case na pagdating nung, kunwari, ikaw yung may hawak ng pera, magkakasama, nagkahiwa-hiwalay kayo. Pero alam nila yung mga kasama mo, ng family member mo, kung saan pupunta. Paano kung sila yung mauna doon, tapos kailangan nila ng cash? Wala silang cash kasi nasa iyo. So, dapat meron daw naka-stash doon ng mga cash.
Okay.
And they know how to get or they know kung saan nakatago.
Yeah, now, that's in our next section where we talk about strategic planning. But anyway, let's continue with tools. Okay. So, meron tayong tools, meron man nabanggit namin. We talked about so much things that you could put in your bug-out bag. This should last for you up to at least 3 days or a little more. Okay, so we've talked about communications, talked about food, water, multi-tools and everything. One thing that we would like to add is security and protection.
Yes.
Okay. Before we even dive into that, sa mga professional preppers out there, please suggest in the comment area, in the comment section, what else, kung may kulang yung nabanggit namin, please suggest, okay? I know we didn't mention a lot of the flashlights kasi I prefer to go hands-free, to be honest. Or yung flashlight or headlight, it's fine. Basta hands-free ako. Big flashlights with high lumens, it's great. Maybe just one, diba? Just to have as a backup, but I would rather have that easier. Yung mga hard hat, para sa construction. I prefer that for the kids. Diba? And let my debris.
Hard hat or yung tactical helmet.
Pwedeng tactical helmet.
Yes. Kasi yung tactical helmet, ang dami na siyang mga
pwedeng kapit ng clip-ons, right? Yun. Meron mura din. Tignan mo yung mga nakamotor. Yan yung tactical helmet. Di ba? Kaya mura. Okay, so, security and protection. Guns. Right? But if you don't have a license to carry, and guns are expensive, okay, if you have the budget, fine. Get a gun. I have the budget, I buy a shotgun. I buy a semi-automatic. No, but it's still, if you have the budget, go buy it. If not, for the average Filipino, what can we get? Number one for the average Filipino for protection, knives.
Yeah.
Easy. Knives. Not Swiss knife. Oh, what do you call that? Those, wag naman bolo or machete or ano, pero knives, like, knives are very useful for a lot of things. If there's a debris, if there's...
They call it parang fixed blade.
Fixed blade. Yeah. Parang yung sa military knives, diba? That's good for a lot of things, chopping, stabbing, for protection. At least having a knife, that can save your life, right? When you're hiking, you could use it as well. But for protection purposes, knife. Ano pa?
Baton.
Yeah.
Retractable
Retractable, diba?
Maliit
Isang
na lang
ganon
siya,
lang. Very heavy, but isang ganon, very useful. Pepper spray. Nabibili yan. Diba? Mura lang yung pepper spray. May mga 130 nakita ko. Maliit lang. Pepper spray sa mata. Dapat gumawa tayo ng sariling version, Filipino version, labuyo spray. Pwede multiple. Kailan mo na anghang, i-spray mo lang sa ano.
Kasi kung gagawa ka ng labuyo spray, syempre, kailangan mo siya.
Pagpagkain pala yun.
Labuyo squirt. Kasi lalagay mo, alam mo yung sa mga suka, labuyo squirt. Lagay mo na sa any bottle. Kidding aside. Yun. Tapos, aside dun sa baton, pwede rin yung tirador.
Pwede.
Ito yung traditional natin Ito yung natin.
Apart from that, baseball bat. May nabibiling baseball bat na bakal or parang aluminum bakal din. $199. Nakita ko sa sa DIY na hardware store Yung $199 naka-sale siya. Buti ako ng 4. They're this big. And if you hit someone with it, masakit talaga.
Yeah.
Masakit. You know? And it's lightweight kasi it's para mix aluminum and steel together. Medyo may konting bigat pero it's light compared to a regular baseball bat na kahoy. So you could tie it para at least for protection. And your kids can use it, and ganyan lang siya. Apart from that, believe it or not, pellet guns, toy guns.
Airsoft guns.
Mahal na ang airsoft. Diba? Bibili ka ng right? But if you have the budget, you could buy that. If you have the budget but you don't have a license to carry a real gun, buy airsoft. Masakit din yun pag tinamaan sa mata.
Yes.
Pero yung BB gun as well, masakit din sa mata.
Yeah.
You shoot cats with it or you shoot mice or whatever. Sakit kaya, di ba? Kahit dito, napapasa ako. Pambata pa yun. In Divisoria, dami doon. Mura lang. Mga 200, 150. Tapos, trinay ko, sakit, di ba? Pointed at someone's head, someone's eye. Definitely, sila. Or kung meron mga hayop, sila. In case you're, may mga, you never know, di ba? You might find dogs, di ba? Na during disasters, talagang they're hungry and they want to attack you. Yun pa lang, it will help you. It will save lives. Other ways of protection, bala na kayo. I mean, if you guys are into knives or iba nga may nagbakit samurai, katana. Parang, oh gosh, di ba? Ninja stars, di ba? Pero come on, how would you carry those? Something cheap and practical. Yeah, you could buy a ninja star nga Mura lang may mga 250. Pero talagang sharp edge. One time use lang. If you miss, wala. If you mishandle pa, so...
Katana siguro pwede, instead of samurai. Katana.
Katana, yung maliit. Close combat.
Pero be very careful kasi it's very sharp.
Yeah.
So, if kung hindi ka marunong gumamit nun, first things first, dapat maging aware tayo kung paano gamitin yung kinukuha natin.
Yes.
Baka mamaya, yung retractable baton, bumili ka nga, tapos hindi mo alam paano,
natamaan mo rin sarili mo o yung katapag, ganun mo,
hindi mo alam kung paano i-disengage yung baton, di ba?
Yes.
So, what's the use of it parang kung hindi ka marunong gumamit?
Yeah, so it's always kaya maybe the safer option, pepper spray, easy for sa mga babae, sa mga kids, di ba? Madali lang siya. Or baseball bat na ganun lang, di ba? So, it's also important to have the skills.
Or taser.
Medyo mahal nga lang.
Medyo
taser.
mahal. Hindi, meron mga flashlight ngayon na may built-in taser.
Yeah.
For as low as 300 pesos.
But risky din kasi malay mo pag napindot mo nasa
meron siyang safety button. Meron safety switch. So, lang. Just in case.
Those work taser, di ba? What else? Security is very important. I think that's the end of our list. I know there's a lot more. What else?
Pwede natin idagdag yung shelter.
Good. Now, when it comes to shelter, I think we'll discuss that in our strategic planning, because shelter is part of that. This is kasi we're more on the bug out for survival kit. You could survive this anywhere. So we're gonna need another session for shelters, strategic planning, because it's not enough that you have the go bags, the tools, and everything that you need to create a tent or create a shelter. On our next session, we're going to be talking about strategic. So tune in for the next session. We're going to be talking about strategic planning. Okay, what to do and where to go, and what to expect, and what skills. Importante yung you plan for learning skills, survival skills. You don't need to learn the in-depth, yung mga tipong advanced skills, but you need the general skills of, for example, how to create fire, di ba? Number one, you need to know how to strategize on, okay, kung family mo in different locations, what do you do? Dapat meron kang meeting point, di ba? Who's able to drive, who's able to stand as the leading person to guide that part of your family and this part of your family. Kasi, for example, like us, di ba? Our in-laws is here, my family is there, my parents are here, our kids are here, our school is there. What happens? Who strategizes, di ba? Oh, sabihin na, the big one hits. What are we gonna do? Oh, either you stay there, ano yung plano? So that's on our next session. In this session, we talk about a survival kit, which will last you for 2 to 3, hopefully, kung may budget ka, up to 7 days. These are the essentials. Sa mga pro preppers dyan, please comment your suggestions, your life hacks, your DIY plans, or your DIY tools, your kits and everything. Please comment that. This will help a lot in case disasters arise. So tune in to the next one.